Inmendham, you are a fraud, you are disingenuous, you are a hypocrite. I heard you on your debate, one of your debate nights, saying that people who litter repeatedly, people who shoplift all the time, people who commit petty crimes should be shot, should be executed. So when Derived Energy commits a petty crime, should he be shot? Should he be executed? But yet you want to cry foul from the Indonesian government when they decide to exercise draconian punishment against him. The same punishment that you would impose on litterers and shoplifters and speeders if you were in power. If you were in power, people wouldn't be able to have children. People wouldn't be able to breed. And they would say, this is unfair, this is draconian, this is a step on of our human rights. And you would say, I know best, it's for the best, and tough shit if you don't like it. So when the government of Indonesia basically says the same thing, you want to bitch and moan and throw a hissy fit. Don't you see the hypocrisy in that? And then you want to whine about cigarettes. You say that if someone sold cigarettes to minors, they would be shot. Isn't that draconian? Cigarettes are a drug. They pose a danger. Marijuana is a drug. Perhaps the Indonesian government sees it as a danger, so they want to impose harsh legislation for it. I think you would fit right in as an Indonesian judge or lawmaker or lobbyist or parliamentarian or whatever they have over there. I think you would fit right into their authoritarian system. And I read your lawsuit, by the way. It's bogus on the cigarette taxes. You'll go on Fox News, or you'll talk to Fox News, you'll go on local news when it serves your best interest for your bogus lawsuit. But have you been on the news since the 80, 90 days that Derived Energy's been in jail? No, you haven't. You haven't been in the media. But you'll be in the media when it suits your purpose, your personal purpose. And I don't believe that you actually give a damn about Derived Energy, because you're not cordial or you're not civilized with anyone on YouTube. You call people fuckers and fucktards and pedophiles. So don't pretend that you care that he's in prison, because if he wasn't in prison, if Derived Energy was making YouTube videos, you would just be calling him a fucktard, a fucker, just like everyone else. See, this is just for you. This is for your ego. You're waving your flag to get people riled up, and you get a hard-on watching your sycophants. This is all it's about. It's about your ego. You don't give a shit about Derived Energy. It's about you. And you display that through your attitude. You put on an act. You get angry in front of the camera. It's, look at me, get riled up, pay attention to what I'm saying. If you really cared, you wouldn't make a fool of yourself on camera. You would dress appropriately, you would groom yourself, and you would make a, how should I put it, an appealing plea. Like Graytech said, you're not appealing when you call people fucker or sucks. You look immature. You look like a doofus. No one's going to take you seriously. If not, it's just going to get Derived Energy into more trouble than he's already in. So this is just about your ego. It's just about how Inmendham wants to be perceived on YouTube. And you say you're going to boycott things. Well, Inmendham, you don't have much money from what I understand. And you don't buy things anyway. You don't spend a lot of money in these corporations anyway. So What good's your boycotting gonna do anyway? You don't give them your money, regardless. So who gives a shit about you boycotting them? And another thing, these Muslims are a powerful group. They may go on to rule the world. And it's not very wise to sit behind your computer and talk shit about them, because one day they might find out. One day your head might be on the chopping block if you keep running your mouth. And if you encourage people to run their mouths, they might be hanging right beside you. So not only are you endangering yourself, but others, and you're endangering Derived Energy's case, because you're goading, you're poking a fanatical system. And Derived Energy, Kirk, whatever he wants to call himself, we don't really know his real name. We don't know really much about him. All we know is what he's told us. We don't really understand the full details of why he's been arrested. And, it could be dealing with sexual tourism. It could be dealing with another of dirty things. We don't know the whole scoop. The only thing we know is what we've been told by you and a few other morons. But the point is, Derived Energy knew what he was getting into. He knew what kind of country Indonesia was. So he should have been on his best behavior. He thinks that he's a Westerner, that he can just go into the country and make a toilet of it because he's richer than everyone else, and it bit him in the ass. And as far as I'm concerned, he put himself where he is now, and I have no reason to care what happens to him. And he even said in his letter, we don't know if he even wrote it, or maybe you wrote that letter, Inmendham, for all we know. Maybe you forged it. Maybe you sent it on one of your sock accounts to Forever Wolf Films. We don't know. We don't have him on camera writing that letter. So, but let's assume his letter is true. His conditions aren't that bad. He has a place where he can cook his meals, a place where he can, he says it's a hostel, basically. So it's not as bad as a dungeon like you called it. So, he can deal with it, is what I'm trying to say. He can go to hell. And you made a fool of yourself on the Magic Sandwich Show. As you always do. But that's neither here nor there. What the hell else did I want to say? Damn it. Well, I just want to finish it up saying, oh yeah, this is what I wanted to say. You make these Indonesia Sucks on your Vlogger Dome and your F-List channels, but you don't put these videos on your official Inmendham channel. Why is that? Why do you hide behind your sock accounts? Why don't you put your views on the main Inmendham channel? Is it because it has 2 strikes already and you're afraid of the system? You're afraid of big bad Google? That you won't stand up for what you really believe in? You want to hide behind all your sock accounts and your stupid website that no one goes to? And by the way, once you get banned from YouTube, you can't have those other accounts in Inmendham. You can't have the F-List channel and the Gloom and Doom channel and the Saying No to Kids channel and all the other channels you have. So I just want to end with that, and you are a hypocrite. You hide behind your sycophants, and I'm calling you out on it, punk. That's it. You'll hear from me in the future, because I'm going to go after your stupid other ideas next. That's it, asshole. Bye.